Welcome to lesson number 11. Last week we examined the Peronism and the tango, how and where tango grew in Buenos Aires, the evolution of music, and new orchestras. The leading tango dancers like Alcachafas and Carmencita Calderón, Troleo, and Juan Carlos Copes and Maria Nieves Rego. Today, we are going to study the political and social reasons for the decline of tango from the 1960s to the 1980s. The revival with the famous Tango Argentino show and the essential Argentine musician, the virtuoso on the bandoneon, Astor Piazzolla. The political reasons for the decline of tango. In 1955, a military dictatorship known as the Liberating Revolution by General Aramburu overthrew the government of Juan Perón. From 1955 to 84, an entire generation of Argentines matured without the tango. Tango was not an essential part of their public or private lives and national identity as it was before the military coup. As a result of the rejection and the popular resistance with the new regime, the government decreed the state of siege, prohibiting the public meeting of more than 3 people. This affected all kinds of social events, including the milongas, where tango was danced. The public meetings were prohibited. By 1960s, the tango dance was avoided by the Argentines, except on special family occasions when grandparents and parents insisted on dancing it. In 1958, Arturo Frondizi, a Peronist, won the presidential election. 4 years later, there was a new golpe, and another military coup was held in 1966. In 1970, the General Aramburu was killed. In 1972, Perón came back to Argentina after 18 years of exile. In 1974, Perón died, and her wife, Maria Estela Martinez Perón, became president.
Wop bobble wop blah bam boom tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Wop bobble wop blah bam boom.
The cultural reasons for the decline of tango. The tango stopped being danced. The appearance of a new musical styles, especially rock and roll, made youth identify more with them than the music of their parents and grandparents. Buenos Aires was rapidly modernizing, and it was no longer the same of the lyrics of tango. Also, the great tango orchestras began to include in their lists complex musical arrangements, far from the dance forms. So the tango was no longer danced, just listened.
As a result of the low popularity of tango in the people after the second half of the 50s, the orchestras with many musicians were losing places to play. That is why the musicians played again in small groups, trios and quartets in small pubs and clubs where they played music to listen and not to dance. Likewise, the singers began to sing with an accompaniment of guitars which was not always the same. So they could sing new songs, and everyone always sang the same compositions, which everyone knew. In 1977, the National Tango Day was declared in Argentina on December 11 for the birth of Carlos Gardel and Julio De Caro.